Boys, girls, all my trombones out there, welcome back to the Model Nerds. I'm Joe, and this is Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 6, Sicut Cervus? I don't know. I butcher whenever these titles are in a different language, so apologize. But, wow, what an episode, huh? This is finally, I know I've been saying this for a few weeks, but it's finally getting really good. Really good. I mean this week, very, very interesting, and we're finally getting into a story that we can kind of sink our teeth into a little bit here. There's a lot going on, and let me just say we're off the boat, which, I mean, yeah, they went through some stuff that was bad, but they kind of brought it amongst themselves, upon themselves. I wouldn't have gone off that boat. I mean, you had everything you ever wanted on that boat with food, water, and shelter, and no other walkers around. Stay put. Go find an island somewhere, right? No, we're off the boat, and hopefully they park that somewhere real nice, because I don't see this lasting long. We got to an area that is pretty interesting. We got to Abigail's house, Abigail's family house, and we see the Abigail storyline come to fruition with Strand, and I guess I was wrong. I was saying that I didn't think Strand was actually in love with him. I thought it was like an opportunist moment that he used him before because he was in a bad way or something, and now he's going to use him for shelter, because Strand kind of comes off to me like a character that just cares for no one and really just uses everyone. But no, it seemed like Strand really did care. So we had some pretty heartwarming moments with Strand, which, yeah, Strand has been a character of a lot of mystery and intrigue. But I think it's very welcome for Strand. I don't think that takes anything away from his character. I think it actually adds, because now we see his motivations, especially right in front of us. I mean, we've kind of known for a few weeks, but putting it in perspective like this was pretty endearing. But we also have Cecilia, this new character, who is like a Hershel from Season 2, who poisons people. I mean, this is pretty much... And I know I always compare this to Walking Dead more than I should, but it is the same universe. It is the same creators, all that. So, obviously, there's going to be parallels drawn. And I think it came even closer with this episode, because this was very reminiscent of Hershel's farm. We see all the walkers locked up, and she thinks that they're not dead, that they're in there, right? I mean, we've seen this all before with Hershel. So I'm surprised that in Season 2, which is when the Hershel farm story happened, we get this. Nothing I'm complaining. I think it adds a bit of intrigue to the show, and there's a lot here. There's definitely a lot here. A lot of mourning with Daniel and Ophelia with their mom, and Cecilia with her son, and I mean, we got some pretty interesting dialogue between like Ophelia and Nick, which I love the two of them interacting with each other. I think they have great chemistry with each other. And we got a little bit more with Daniel, seeing what's going on with him, which we still don't fully know, but we see him kind of talking to his dead wife a little bit. I mean, he's going crazy, it seems. And I think his days are numbered. I think we're not going to get out of this season with Daniel. We might not even get out of next episode with Daniel. I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. This show's getting very interesting. And I want to see where it keeps going with Daniel, especially. But then we get to Nick and Chris. And for the past few weeks, I've compared these two characters, Glenn and Shane. I've been saying it. And Chris is escalating much more in recent episodes than I guess I would have liked. Although this show is more of a slow burn, and now this is picking up pace, I still wish they kind of built this up a little bit longer, because it still feels like kind of too much too soon. It's good. It's a good dynamic. It's a good character attribute to have for Chris, to have him going the way he's going. I think it adds intrigue, especially when I've compared him and Nick, and really the directions they've gone in, and two very, very different directions for characters that kind of started off not similar. They weren't similar, but physically they kind of looked similar. They were the same age around, and now you see one who wants to help everyone, who wants to see the good, and Chris, who is starting to really turn in the way that Shane turned in Hershel's farm. So my Shane comparisons with Chris just seem to be getting stronger and stronger. And listen, I'm not saying they're going through the same exact thing. I'm saying it's a very similar kind of arc they're going with him. And I was expecting this to go on much further. However, with how quickly it's escalating with Chris, it doesn't seem like it's going to be going that much further. It seems like something's going to happen, and it's going to happen soon. So, is Chris going to make it out of the season? I don't know. He was a character that I really thought was going to be around for the long haul in the beginning, but I don't know anymore. So, I mean, we're just going to have to see what happens, but Daniel and Chris, I don't know if the days are looking too bright for them. But that's all I'm going to say for this week's episode. I mean, as always, I could keep going with it, but I don't want to ramble and really just go on forever, so I'm going to cut it here. But like I always say, this is just me starting the dialogue. So let's talk about this. What did you guys think of this week's episode? What were your expectations for next week's mid-season finale of season 2? And let me know what you think about Daniel, anything else going on, and subscribe because it takes around that much effort to do so. Until next time, you have been traumatized.